Okay, we are working on shape in space. So you'll have this, it'll be front to back, not side to side. Whatever paper is looking at you first, don't forget to write your name slash your class period, whatever that is, slash your number. Again, depending on which one is looking at you at top. We're going to start with shape. Shape, we've talked about geometric and organic shapes. Remember, geometric shapes are shapes that you can name. Examples include triangle, square, circle. I always like to say these are shapes you're going to see in math, or technically geometry. But here's the first one. I guess technically this is a parallelogram. Then we're going to draw a circle, a square. Remember, those are all equal. A rectangle, triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is a 6-sided? Is that hexagon? It's not very good. What else can you think that has a name? Oh, oval. If we think of something else, well, you can add it in there. So again, geometric shapes are shapes that have names. That if I say draw a triangle, everybody's going to draw a somewhat, it'll have 3 sides, 3 vertices. It may be big or small, but it doesn't matter. That's a triangle, that's a triangle. So anytime I say the name, you know exactly how many sides and how many vertices you will be drawing. As for organic shapes, again, these are natural or free-form shapes. Examples include clouds, trees, flowers. I like to call these, I'm going to write this up here if you need to, math, nature. Again, that's what I like to call them, because if Miss Lawson says draw a flower, you could draw it lots of different ways. Obviously, leaves. Clouds are always different. So it could be just a shape that you make, a blob. So again, organic shapes, these include things that I say are in nature. So once we've added some geometric, some organic, draw your own shape monster below using the geometric and organic shapes. Again, there's just an example. Let's see if Miss Lawson can come up with one. Oh, I guess this could be a half circle. Let's use that. So draw something using some organic and some geometric shapes. It doesn't have to be very detailed. So that is introducing shape. Again, you may see nature, you may see organic, you may see freeform as another word that they use. So that's just different terms for shapes that really can be different depending on who is drawing them, versus your math shapes, which we all know how many sides and how many vertices to draw. That is shapes. So now you're going to flip it over once we go over space, and we're going to move to the same thing. So space is the area above, below, and within and around a shape or object, the illusion of space through overlapping. So first thing in this box we're going to do is fill the space in with overlapping circles of different sizes. So let's draw a big circle. Now overlapping the next circle, this one we drew the full shape. So the next circle, we're going to start by touching the first shape, drawing a circle until we hit the shape again. So this circle is not a full circle because it's being overlapped by the bigger one. So again, find a spot on the circle, start to draw another circle, and then stop as you hit the circle. You can keep doing that. It's like fruit in a bowl. I'm going to draw another one. I'm going to draw a small one first. I'm going to draw a bigger one. So overlapping, that's one way to show space within your art. Fill the space to the left with overlapping squares in different sizes. Shade the larger squares with dark values and the smaller squares with light, just like they did. So let's. So there's our larger one. So as they get smaller, we're going to go lighter. Again, start touching the square. Start drawing another square until you stop. But again, make sure it matches up. And this square is a little more rectangular. Make sure it's more square. Okay, now this one, we're going to make sure it's not as dark as that one. So I'm not putting as much pressure on my pencil. And let's go again. Start touching the square. Okay, so that's overlapping using squares. Draw objects of your choice using overlapping size and value. So size would be obviously bigger to smaller, overlapping in front, behind, and then value is darker and lighter. So, like I said, I'm going to do an apple, and then another apple. So I'm going to color this one in darker. If you don't know how to draw an apple, do orange. A little tip when you're doing dark to light, always start out lighter. You can always make it darker, but you can't make it lighter. Okay, so there's my example. Apples overlapping, dark to light. Size, kind of didn't venture off much of a size. Maybe I'll draw this one smaller. So once you've done your overlapping, your value, and then your example, we have finished with our space and shape worksheets. Remember, this is for a grade for your prep work. So if you've completed this, this is going to go in your completed side. If you're still working on it, if we don't have time, make sure you move it over to the still working on it side. So that is shape and space.